What's going down, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today I've got to pack up a couple of tarantulas. I found a new home for a couple of my females, so I'm going to pack them up and get ready to meet the buyer here in about an hour and a half. So without further ado, let me rearrange the cameras. Let's get these ladies packed up. All right, so I'm going to start with the one that's going to be the biggest threat for me. And that is just because of the potential for some hairs. Not that I am highly allergic or reactive to them, but just about any time I do any work with New World tarantulas, I usually get a couple of spots that starts to itch. I have one Old World and one New World, one terrestrial, one arboreal. You can guess which one this one is. This here is my female, well, former my female Brachypelma smithii, soon to be another family's pet. I've had this one probably 6 years, and it's been 4 since she's been rehoused, you can tell, and she was about due for a rehouse before I found her a new home. So we're going to get her in our handy dandy catch bottle, and then we're going to put her in this container and get ready to take her to her new home. I'm hoping that she's not going to be a big hair kicker, but I'm not sure. We'll find out. She has kicked hair a few times. There she goes, kicking a few. She's not a terrible hair kicker, to be honest. The worst hair kickers I've ever owned were always the Fireleg. But with all of the Smithies that I have had, they come a close second as far as kicking hairs. She gave another quick little kick there. You can't see me on camera except for my hands, but I did prepare for the potential for hairs. I have long sleeves on, I have a ski mask on, and I have glasses on so my eyes don't start itching like the dickens. So there we go. We've got her in the bottle. Now let's see if we can get her in the container. All right, so here we go. We've got the container. Now we're just going to try to convince her that that's where she wants to go. Hopefully this will go nice and smooth. I typically don't have too much trouble with tarantulas as far as rehousing or packing, although every once in a while I do get a bit of an issue. Little bit more. Little bit more. There she goes. Now she's all packed up and ready to go to her new home. Let's put the lid on and let's move on to the next one. All right, y'all. So for most other people, they would probably say that this would be the worst of the two. But considering the fact that I have a bit of a reaction to the urticating hairs, I would say that this one is the worst. Like I said, this is an Old World. It is an arboreal. And up until her last molt, she was just about all attitude. She's changed a little bit. She's still a bit defensive, as most Old World arboreal Asian tarantulas are concerned. This is a Firmingocylus arboricola, the Borneo black. As the name suggests, they hail from the island of Borneo, which is the 3rd largest island in the world. And they share their home with animals like orangutans and sun bears and proboscis monkeys, those monkeys with the big floppy nose. And they are medically significant because they are Old World. I don't know how she's going to react. Hopefully she'll just go right into the bottle and not. So much for that. And there she goes, burying those fangs, trying to let me know you better not mess with me. So this will be a little fun trying to get her in there. Hang on, there we go. Hold on. Now if I can just convince her that she needs to go in that bottle, we'll be doing good. All the while keeping my fingers away. Hang on, guys. All right, guys. So that took a little bit of convincing off camera there. But she finally decided to go into the bottle, and that little bit of an attitude that she gave me there at the beginning was pretty much the extent of it. She's not nearly as bad of an attitude as she used to be. So what we're going to try to do now is convince her that she wants to go in here, which, famous last words, should be pretty easy. Maybe I can just convince her to back right up into the vial. No, she's going to give me more attitude. But you see, it's all fangs. She's not striking. She's not doing any of that yet. So, although this one has been a little more difficult as far as getting her transferred, in the end, she's really less of a threat to me than the Smithy. The Smithy will cause me to itch. All she's going to do is show her fangs, and I don't have any body parts close by for her to try to bite at, like that right there. Had that been my finger, that would have been unpleasant. Now, of course, that I'm on a time crunch, she is going to try to make it as difficult as possible for me. This is probably one of the most difficult transfers I have done in quite a while. Most of the time they do go pretty well, but sometimes not so much. And the animal doesn't want to do what I want it to. But you just got to be patient and persistent, and eventually you'll get them there. And there she goes. I think she just kind of got tired of being poked in the face, although she wasn't harmed because I was using a straw. I did use that piece of bamboo skewer, but at the same time, that was not a threat or a harm to her. And there she is, showing her pretty little fangs, but we've got her packed up now. We'll put the lid on her, and we'll be on the road to take these ladies into their new family. Y'all, that's all I got for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and you'll let me know with a thumbs up and a comment. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that. Share this video with your friends. Again, thank you so much for watching this video, and as always, take care of yourselves and each other. Have a great day or night. God bless.